Hi there, welcome to Kneppy Invest and welcome to the stock of the day. Generation Development Group, to go to GDG. This company released a March quarter results announcement on the morning of April the 24th, 2025. I did read it, not that slowly, fairly quickly. I didn't see anything untoward in the announcement. I didn't see anything obviously wrong with it. And so I moved on to the next announcement. And then lo and behold, when I came back to my computer just before I started recording the stock of the day, which was going to be another company, I saw the share price of Generation Development Group down about 15%. So I thought to myself, whoa, what's going on here? What did I miss? So I dug a little bit deep. Well, I wouldn't say deeply. I did dig a little bit, trying to find out why the share price is down. Not a lot of clarity out there, but I did find some possible reasons why the share price is down 15%. And just because these are possible reasons doesn't mean this is the only reason and doesn't mean it is the main reason, but it does make sense. So what I'll do in this video is go through the reasons why the share price is down 15%. Now, this company has been a bit of a market darling the last few years, and we have seen a little bit of weakness in the share price last few months. Obviously, there's an obvious reason behind that. So is this an opportunity? Is this an opportunity, or is this a trend killer event? Okay, so Generation Development Group, for those who know nothing about this company, I did actually ChatGPT it. Here it is. I just said, what does this stock do? Fairly simple. And I did know it's a financial services company, but I didn't know exactly what they do. So benefit funds management and funds administration, and also investment solutions, research and ratings. And I'm assuming that is right. In fact, they got some of this information from Hot Copper. So, Hot Copper, and also stock analysis. Yeah, so it looks like from 5 different sites, according to this. Hot Copper, FT Markets, Generation Development Group itself, and Market Screener. Okay, so now let's try to figure out why this company share price is down 15%. Let's just have a look, 14.54%, 14.74%. What I'm going to do is have a look at this market update very quickly, and then I'm going to go back in time to an acquisition the company made in February, and we'll just have a look at the presentation, because there is something interesting in that presentation and in these results. In fact, no, we'll start. Yeah, we'll start off with their market update. By the way, this company is run by Grant Hackett. Yes, that Grant Hackett, the swimmer. I'll always remember Grant Hackett as a swimmer, not the CEO of Generation Development Group. And yeah, am I jealous of a guy like this? No, of course I'm not. I like my life, but imagine going from one of the world's best swimmers at that length, 1,500, what was he, 400, 800, 1,500 meter swimmers, one of the best in the world, to being the CEO of this type of company. Yes, anyway, so the main thing I looked at, so if you go to, actually there was only one announcement here. I went through this fairly quickly, and I didn't see anything wrong. So funds under management up 39%, that sort of thing. Pretty nice. Highlights were all looking good. And then I came back to this particular announcement after I saw the share price down 15%. And after I saw a possible reason why the share price is down, and they want us to focus, not want us, but let's just focus on Evidentia, which is the fund manager they acquired back in February. And funds under management for Evidentia, $13.5 billion as at 31st of March 2025, up 53% on the previous corresponding period. Sounds pretty good growth for that particular fund. But here is where it might get interesting. If we go back to February 10, 2025, the company released announcements, quite a few announcements in regards to an acquisition of Evidentia. And in their presentation found on page 9, we do have some insights to how they expect the funds under management for Evidentia to grow by the end of this financial year. And I think this is one possible reason why the share price has been sold off. So when they acquired Evidentia, the funds under management was 12.7 billion. So now it's up to 13.5 billion. And just down here in the funds under management section, they have the actual financial year 24 number. Then they have forecast funds under management for financial year 25. So this is the end of this financial year and at the end of financial year 26. So they do expect funds under management at the end of this financial year to be 18.5 billion and then next financial year to be 28.5 billion. So that could be on the back of historical growth, that sort of thing. So don't forget, 12.7 billion funds under management when they acquired it, up to 13.5 billion now. And the chances of Evidentia growing the funds under management from 13.5 to 18.5 within the end of this quarter. Yes, the end of this quarter, they have to do it. So within the next 2 and a bit months, they have to grow funds under management by $5 billion. So I think the market is thinking they're going to fall short of $18.5 billion, this particular fund manager, Evidentia. So that is one of the reasons I did see explaining why the share price is down 15%. Now, it does make sense why funds under management for any fund manager is struggling right now because of the weakness we have seen in the market. So there is a chance that the market is overreacting here. And there's a chance, particularly if we see the market respond fairly well, rebound fairly well, that they could get up to 18.5 billion. They could, but I think the market is saying we're skeptical now. We're a little bit wary about your growth expectations for Evidentia. Okay, so let's have a look at the chart for this company, GDG. And this has been, I would say, a bit of a market darling the last few years, but we have seen some cracks. Anyway, you can definitely see market darling. This is the daily chart, by the way. There was a beautiful breakout, back in the middle of 2023. So we're talking about less than 2 years ago, and the share price was $1.25. And then the share price moved into one of the most beautiful uptrends you'll ever see, a very well-behaved uptrend from July 2023 all the way through to really February 2025. So we're talking about an 18-month beautiful uptrend. The share price went from about $1.20 all the way up to $5.40. So this was a definite sort of trading stock at that point. And I never traded it at all. But we have seen a little bit of weakness recently. In fact, the share price has fallen below the 100-day moving average. So this is a 25 and 100-day moving average. We did see the share price fall below that moving average and fall to about $4 on that really bad Monday, the 7th of April. Share price did rally that day. And around between $3.90, we'll say $3.90 and $4, there is a support level. And the reason I would say there is a support level, let's put a line. Just put a line right there. The reason there is a support level is you can see the share price getting up to that level back in November, then pulling back and then breaking out of that sort of a weak, but it definitely is was a bit of a resistance level in January, and then just took off. And then it tested that level on that 7th of April and then took off again. And it looks like it might have tested that level again today. Share price got down to as low as, looks like, $3.98, currently $4.13. So possible supporting or support levels or possible buying coming in at around $4. Now, this could be a trend killer event. Now, for it to be a trend killer event, we need to see the share price go below $4, in my opinion, or this could be a buy the dip situation if the market is overreacting. And that's a big if the market is overreacting. I have no other thoughts about this company. I've never looked at Generation Development Group. I did like the trend, but this is an interesting day when the share price is down almost 15% in one day. Okay, that's all I have for this particular stock of the day video, Generation Development Group. If you have any questions, any thoughts, leave those in the comment section of this video. Otherwise, I'm not a financial advisor. If you need financial advice, make sure you seek out someone who is qualified and can speak to your own financial needs. That's it for this video. Have a good day. Bye.